Good morning. I'm very happy and excited to be here with you today in Dubai at the first Israeli Dubai conference organized by Kלכליסט, Reshet 13, and sponsored by Lumi. I would like to thank the man who made this all happen. Thank you so much, Yoel Esteron, leader and founder of Kלכליסט, for your vision and for taking the lead in bringing this to fruition. Well done. I would like also to thank our chairman, Dr. Sameh Hajihye, for the supporting and taking many measures in order to arrange this conference. A special thank you to you, the business leaders from Israel and the UAE, who joined us at the conference. As always, we are happy and proud to serve and support you to facilitate ongoing business as well as new business opportunities. Last but not least, I would like to thank our official host, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulim, CEO and Group Chairman of DP World. You heard him yesterday. In the past, peace treaties were signed between neighboring states. This was driven mainly due to defense and security concerns, which are essential among neighbors, but less so with distant countries. Today, things have changed. We make peace mainly for economic reasons. We are motivated by the will to have collaboration between people and nations. This shift happened because the world has rapidly become a global village due to the technology and ease of travel and transferring of goods. COVID-19 has put things on hold, but hopefully it will only last for a few more quarters. In this new global setting, states help each other grow their economies, and commerce is not only focused on neighboring countries. Today, we can see many cases where political disagreements or conflicts are handled via economic steps, such as economic sanctions, like the US sanctions on Iran, North Korea, China, Russia, etc. Even terrorist organizations or terror-supporting states apply these principles by using economic terror or cyber attacks. So we see that in many instances, economic concerns have taken precedence over security considerations. We believe the development and enhancing of economic ties between Israel and the UAE will open up the channels to commerce and with additional Gulf countries and African states, and will impact the entire Middle East relations. This is of great importance to the enhancement of both of our economies. It will boost not only economic well-being, but also create lasting safety, security, and stability in the entire region. With this in mind, we understand that true peace is no longer solely driven and built by heads of state, but it is led and strengthened by nations and people. True peace will happen if business people from both of our countries leverage this historic opportunity for the benefit of their people and societies. By creating economic collaborations, we will have stronger and better economies. We have seen that economic interests have become the battleground of today, but also the place for new opportunities for a better world and economic growth. We are at the beginning of an historic period. We all hope and pray that this will develop and grow and lead to prosperity of both of our people. This will only happen if the business people from both countries work together and promote innovation, entrepreneurship, tourism, and much more. This is my second time here in Dubai and in the UAE. We were here 2 months ago. Symbolically, it was on the day of the signing of the Abraham Accords in Washington. Of course, we saw the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. But the real thing that stood out for me and truly impressed me was the down-to-earth, very business-like attitude I found in all the people we met here, focusing on making things happen and moving forward while solving problems and overcoming obstacles. This made me understand how the UAE has been able in such a short period of time to become such a strong economic force. We were also amazed by the long-term strategic planning and determination of the UAE. On the web, I recently came across pictures comparing the Dubai coastline from 1970 with the same coastline today. The contrast is truly amazing. This demonstrates the power of formulating a long-term strategy and then being able to execute it with the highest standards. This is something that we in Israel should definitely learn from you. With these two things in mind, we began to understand the business potential. During the September visit, we realized that much of the potential could be quickly realized, greatly exceeding our expectations. I have reviewed some of these strategic plans, and I would like to point out two quick examples of basic, simple, everyday needs where we, Israelis, could join forces with you in achieving these strategic goals. Water. The UAE Water Security Strategy 2036 aims to ensure sustainable access to water by reducing total demand for water resources by 21%. In addition, the UAE's goal is to increase the reuse of treated water to 95%. Israel is a leader in development and use of smart irrigation and water equipment. And because agriculture accounts for 60 to 70% of water consumption around the world, reducing freshwater irrigation is key to solving the shortage in potable water. The Israeli irrigation industry, of which 80% of its output goes to exports, accounts for 30% of the international irrigation market. Israel reclaims 570 million cubic meters of wastewater annually for agriculture purposes. This accounts for approximately 87% of total wastewater, the highest rate of wastewater reuse in the world. Food security. The UAE National Food Security Strategy aims to make the UAE the world's best in the Global Food Security Index by 2051 and among the top 10 countries by 2021. To develop a comprehensive national system based on enabling sustainable food production through the use of modern technologies. Here too, I believe, the Israeli business sector can assist. I could go on and on, but these examples are just a taste of how both sides can benefit and flourish by matching needs to strength and using innovative to be a strong catalyst for growth and prosperity. These are just two areas. We can collaborate in many more fields like technology, communications, cyber, defense, travel, tourism, and much, much more. In order for this to be successful and long-lasting, we have to be smart and work together in the best possible way. The business culture, the innovative spirit, and the willingness to move fast and achieve quick results is similar in both countries. But still, there are no shortcuts when building trust. We have to invest in the relationship wisely, patiently, and to nurture this trust. I call on my fellow Emiratis and my fellow Israelis. Let's do as much business as possible, and let's do it in the right way. Let's build working relations. Let's walk by the book. Let's use the already established banking structure we created in order to make sure that this peace will provide ongoing and lasting dividends to both countries and peoples. We at Leumi are here to help you to achieve this. According to the Jewish tradition, at the end of the 3 daily prayers, we ask God that the Lord who makes peace above shall make peace among all people, Oseh Shalom Bimromav, etc. Before taking this prayer, we take 3 steps back to teach ourselves that the precondition to peace is to make room for the other. Thank you all for joining us. I believe and hope that this conference and the roundtables meetings following this morning with business people from both countries will bring about great opportunities and will boost the economic connections between our countries. Inshallah. Thank you. Shukran. Toda rabah.